Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Sunday, November 8th. Okay, so 3 cards to help us grow, come back home to who we truly are, and find wherever we may be out of alignment with our true self. Okay, so we have the Tower, so there's a big breakthrough. The Queen of Swords reversed is the theme for the day, and the Two of Wands reversed is more information. Okay, so let me dive in. We need the sacred chopstick, right? Okay, so with the Queen of Swords reversed for the day, or for the theme, and this could be, this could all be good information for any day. We have to be really careful about being cold-hearted and cutting ourselves off based on, especially, with everything that's going on, politically and all over the world. Oh, goodness, I mean, the corruption has been, well, it was always there. Corruption is always, well, it has always been. I'm not going to say it will always be, but it has always been such an integral part of what humanity needs to transform. And so I'm not going to say that it was, that it wasn't there and now it's come through. The truth is that it was always there, or it has been in the past. And so now it's just visible. It's broken open. It's up and it's out, and we can see it. And we're looking down at it, and we're going, "Oh my, what in the world? What is, what do we do with this?" We're shocked. There is some shock. This can be shocking with the Tower. But the cool thing about the Tower card, or one of the cool things, even though it can be scary and it brings in the need for reconstructing something, rebuilding after something has been blown wide apart. The truth about this card is that, at least the way I see it, is that it breaks open your false sense of reality and your false sense of self, which is a construct of our personality, of our ego as it's developing as a child. And it's it's not mature enough to handle things that are terribly wrong with the way we're being treated when we're growing up, or the way that we're seeing the world. Racism, hatred, separation, all those things are shocking for children. And so we come in and we see this, and it's too much for us to handle. Our child consciousness, our innocence can't handle it. So what happens is that we numb out, and we do that to protect ourselves, and it is, it serves us well. But as we grow and as we evolve, shocking things happen, and it breaks us open. And it's just like they say, a broken heart is an open heart, and now you can heal. So this happens at different stages, and so it takes the blinders off, and it lays open, bare, the reality of what, what really is going on in the world. And so we still have to, even though we're raw and we're vulnerable and we're shocked, as adults, we have to love ourselves through it. We have to love the fact that now we're seeing the truth. And if it's a part of our false self, it will always be something to do with whatever we think we need to do or be, in order to have love or approval from the outside. And when you're broken open, wide open, and this doesn't happen all at once, hopefully. It should be, incremental breakthroughs that happen, over your lifetime, where you keep coming deeper and deeper into your real self, so that comes through and the false self is gone. If this card were to come through reversed, I would say, well, we still need to work on that, letting that false self fall away so that the true self can come through. But it came through straight up. So this can be one of the challenging times in life where there can be, well, this is the coronavirus epidemic, pandemic. This is, whenever there are like fires and lightning strikes and fires in the forest. This card is traditionally ruled by Mars, which breaks things, can move things, moves energy. But I always see Uranus in this card as well. So I'm a little I don't know, skewed in my own direction, I suppose. But anyway, sudden change is what this card is about. But I honestly don't see it as, it can come through as sudden, but honestly I feel that it's been there. It's always there. And it follows, always have to remember that this card follows the Devil card, which is about, not taking on fear, not being ashamed of yourself and your body on any level, not objectifying your body, not allowing yourself to be, addicted. Or when you're in an addiction, you work your way through it and you transform it, and then this card comes in and helps. And then, of course, the Star card follows the Tower and brings in even more hope and faith. So that's the natural, progression through the major arcana with the Devil, the Tower, and then the Star card. So if you study those three cards together, you can get a lot of information on, the potential for the human development. But so let's dive into the Queen of Swords reverse. Now, when she's straight up, she has clear vision. She can focus on the future. Usually she's gone through a lot of pain, and she's grown because of it. But when it's reversed, that's where we have to be careful. There's still something going on that is causing us to be a little cold-hearted and maybe over-emotional. And what our task is to use our good, reason abilities, and to most of all to not be, cruel in any way. Because it just, if we're cruel or if we're bitter about the past, well, that's okay. That's a normal human emotion. But what we want to do in those times, if that happens, we definitely want to find the pain. And you can't, none of us can ever will ourselves to feel something. Actresses or actors, they do that to play a role, but usually they're diving into the past. But on a healing journey, you can't will your feelings to happen. What you have to do is to just be open to them. So you tell yourself, I'm willing and I'm open to feel whatever I need to feel so that I can heal the past. And when we're talking about the past, that's going to be emotional reaction, it's going to be material based in you experience something painful in the past. And like I said before, when we're children, we have to numb out. Well, now as adults, it's time to thaw those places out by meeting the pain. So asking, telling yourself you're willing to feel the pain will open those gateways eventually, and give yourself time when the feelings come to process them through. And that will help bring back your true power, the true power of your love and your peace, your peaceful. We're all just, these big balls of beautiful, loving, powerful peace. It's like powerful love, protective love, and peaceful love that can wait and be very, very patient. Which brings me into the Two of Wands, because when the Two of Wands is reversed, we do have to be careful about a lack of like long-term vision. I mean, you can see when the card's straight up, you know, she's looking out the window. She's thinking about a road trip or some kind of travel or a journey. It could be an inner journey. And I say that especially because she came through reversed. So in our inner journeys, we do have to tap into that, you know, emotionally reactive material that is, it's in our body, it's in our soul. The soul and the body are one. There's no difference. And when you do the soul work, it helps clear and helps your body become more healthy. But it takes longer. You know, the body is like the last to clear. Your spirit moves at like lightning speed. Your spiritual essence is, you know, lightning fast, or you know, even probably even faster than lightning. Because I don't think that there's any, I believe there's no time-space continuum in the spiritual realm, and it's all, you know, it's like the eternal oneness. So from there, you know, the impulse comes in because you set your intention, and you said, you know, you decided, I want to move forward in my life, and I want my whole self, I want my complete self with me. I want to be my real self moving through life. And the only way you get that is by healing whatever's in between your real self and your false self, which will be your pain, your numbness, you know, apathy, which can create cruelty and like ruthlessness, which would be part of the, you know, the reverse meaning of this card. So if you find yourself wanting to just cut off from all of humanity, and you feel like you have to just be with yourself for a while to heal, then by all means do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it becomes a pattern, you know, if you keep finding yourself in a place where you're afraid to, you know, trust again, then that's another pattern to dive into and to work through. But then again, let's get back to this Two of Wands, because there can be a big breakthrough there. When she's straight up, she's planning to move ahead. When she's reversed, there's just, you know, that some short-sightedness and, you know, short-term vision that needs to be dealt with. And there's nothing wrong with that either, but it's I don't know. I just, when I get this card reversed for me, I usually feel like, well, there's some fear of the unknown going on. Like, why do I feel like I need to know everything that's going to happen? Because, you know, reality is if we knew everything that was going to happen, we'd be bored out of our minds, right? We need the mystery. It's like we need the, you know, the high priestess guiding us all the time and letting us just be okay with the mystery. So I think that this day will bring the opportunity for us to be okay with being vulnerable and more open and more raw, and especially to go inside and find wherever we were numb, wherever we have felt that we needed to, you know, wall ourselves off. And then what we can do is to just start thinking more independently. Because when we break through the painful past and the real self shines through, you're going to find that you have more of yourself, more of your power has come back to you. And from there, you're going to be much more independent. The Queen of Wands, straight up, she's very, very independent. She thinks for herself. And, you know, whether you're male or female doesn't matter. That's, you know, just, that's the message for this card, is to receive yourself enough to know that you're the one that needs to make your own decisions, and you need to be independent of outside approval, outside validation, you know, comparing yourselves to others. When she's reversed, you can be in the place where you're comparing yourself with others, and that violates the laws of love, because we are all unique, and we're meant to know that. We're all unique, and the highest realms of love and light are not complete without each one of us. Now, moving forward with your independence, you can organize your own reality, and from there, that long-term vision shows up. The planning can start happening. And you can also make new discoveries along the way, and then decide that you want to change and go a different direction. You know, when the Three of Wands follows this card, that opens up the path of, yeah, we're waiting for things to come back the way we planned. But if they don't, it's okay. We can change. We can change a little bit. You can always take a little different, trajectory. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for today. I welcome your questions and your comments. If there's anything that's a little confusing, I will do my best to clear that up. Okay, thanks you guys, and take good care.